Hello students, welcome to the seventh lecture of your subject Data Communication and Networking, that is EC 701. And if we are talking about the content which we had covered in the previous lecture, so we had covered the TCP IP reference model, which is similar to the OSI model, and after that we had seen the difference between the open system interconnection model and the TCP IP model, right? TCP IP stands for the transmission control protocol, right? And that IP stands for internet protocol. Okay, so just remember the full form of that. And after that we had seen the different terminology related to the computer networks. That was the delay produces the data which is received at the receiving end. So how much amount of timing delay will be there, how we will calculate this, what are the different process involved in the delay of the data, that we had covered. Then we discussed what do you mean by the packet loss. If the data is communicating from source to destination, then there may be congestion in between the channel, right? So how much packets are successfully transmitted and received at the receiving end, and how much packet losses will be there, so that we had seen in that topic. And then the third part which we had covered was the throughput, right? Throughput is directly related with the efficiency of the system. So we had seen how the overall efficiency depends upon the different parameters in data communication and networking. So up to that we had covered in the previous lecture, and in this lecture the content which we are going to cover is high speed digital access. Fine. So you may ask what do you mean by this and why this topic comes here, right? So whatever we had discussed till now, that was the fundamentals or the protocol part of the data communication and networking. So as far as application is concerned, so these are the different applications of data communications which is basically need, or which is basically required for high speed accessing of the digital content or digital data, right? So you can relate this thing with the broadband which you are using in your home for accessing the internet. So in this topic we are going to discuss in detail the very important terminology which is called DSL, and the part of DSL is ADSL. DSL stands for digital subscriber line, fine, and ADSL stands for asymmetric digital subscriber line. And I will see what are the other DSL technologies are available. As I told you, you can relate this thing with the broadband which you are using at your home. So for accessing the broadband, we are using the ADSL modem in our home, right? So we'll see in detail what do you mean by that ADSL modem, how it will work in the real-time scenario, how we can access the broadband at our home through this kind of modem. So everything we'll discuss in detail. And the second part, or the next application which is very interesting, is cable modem. Cable modem means it is directly related with the television transmission or television access which we are using at our home, right? We are not talking about specifically the DTH transmission and all. Suppose through the wired cable, if we want to access the television transmission, then how this thing happens. Earlier we were using that cable TV in our home. Nowadays most of us are using the DTH only. So how the cable modem transmission were working, and what are the specifications and what are the functions of these kind of modems, and in real-time scenario what is the overall principle of working of this cable modem, that we are going to cover in this particular lecture, right? If you are having any issues or any query related to these topics, you can directly contact Dr. Akash Mekwan or me through email. Thank you very much and all the best.